Hello, am I audible?
Yes, bro.
Yes, sir, you are audible. Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay, we were discussing about the MRF, how the MRF is going to use the Salesforce. So basically, for MRF or any companies, right? This is how their Salesforce will looks like how we are using our regular Salesforce. So assume I'm a MRF sales representative or sales manager. If today is the day, if I'm logging in, this is how my screen is going to be visible here. As I mentioned here, assume that MRF is holding some agencies. See here the About Insurance, Burlington Textile, Metropolitan. All these agencies or all the business detail I will be holding in the account information. So account is nothing but it has the company details. Okay. And in that details, I'll be having the account information like their email ID, phone number, the contact persons, everything about the company, their billing address, shipping address, whatever the company information I need as the agencies, I will be having all the details here. Similarly, if you go to related, I will be having the contact information. So the accounts and contacts, the contacts, this is how it gets related here. If there is a person in the company, if I want to get in touch with that particular person, those person details will be available in the contact. And similarly, these are the other two options available here. Suppose this Burlington Textile have some issues. Okay, they want to raise some complaint with MRF. They will immediately call our customer care representative, and that our customer care representative create a case for their issues like this. They simply go to that particular account, log a case, and there is a team who will work on the case at the back end. For what purpose the case is created, why, if it is a regular issue, what is the fix to do that. So all these things will be monitored here. And similarly, over the year, if there are multiple cases created, I can simply go to this account and check here. This is a post-sale operation, which means I'm already having a customer. If I want to maintain the customer good relationship, I need to monitor their cases regularly and I have to give a fix immediately. Apart from that, suppose, assume that MRF is introducing a very new product. They want to get a pitch in with the existing customer. Let's take an example of me. I'm giving a training for Salesforce. Suppose if I'm going to give some other training, a cloud-based training like marketing cloud or service cloud, something else. Okay. Mayur, am I audible, Mayur? I got your message saying that you got disconnected from other meeting.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Yeah.
All
I
right,
can
fine.
hear.
So, okay. So we are talking about the opportunities here. So suppose MRS is introducing some new product in the market. If that company want to pitch with some other companies, I gave an example of myself, right? I'm giving a training for a Salesforce admin and development. Suppose tomorrow, if I'm going to take a training on Service Cloud, what I will do? I will send the information to my existing customer, nothing but my existing trainee, saying that I'm going to take this training. If anybody interested, let me know. That's how the opportunities are created. So as a sales representative, if I'm using this, I'm the one going to use the Salesforce. I'm a part of MRF. What I will do, I will go to this account. I will simply come here and create a new opportunity. So opportunity is what? Nothing but a new business. I'm trying to give a new business over here. So those opportunity information will be maintained here. And if I want to get the details about the opportunity, how much amount it is and which stage it is. So if I want to monitor all these things, right, I will do that here. Similarly, whatever the product I'm going to pitch for them, all these things, what I will do, I can simply go here and I can add here. So in one place, I can handle the sales and I also handle the service for my customer. See, assume that if I'm going to do the same in the Excel sheet or in some other application, what will happen? This is definitely going to give a headache for the people to manage. And it is very difficult for me to bring all these information in one place. At the end of the day, it is going to save a lot of time for my sales representative, for my service representative, for my sales manager and service manager. And also I can get a business details in the reports and dashboard as well. like in which geographic location my tires are selling, and from which geography location I'm facing a lot of cases. Assume that MRF tires are getting a lot of cases from Jammu and Kashmir. Maybe the roads are not good. So what they will do, they will immediately get the data from those cases and they will pass it to the production team, and the production team will go to the area and they will do the further investigation, and they will build the product in better way to serve those geographic information. So this is how this data is going to help the business. It is not just like Salesforce we are using only for the post sales and pre sales. Whenever we are very important thing, because unless or until I know I didn't get the feedback from my customer, I cannot give them the better business, right? But in order to track down all these queries in a single window, I need to have a good application that will give me the all the information. So that's why nowadays the people are going for Salesforce, because in Salesforce I can do the pre-sales, I can do the post-sale, and we can even get the reports and dashboard. Apart from that, there are a lot of automations I can do. For example, assume this is a company, I'm doing a business with that. Suppose I'm having a contract with this company, not contact, it is contracts. This is contact. Let me take you some, again, this is a contract. Okay, let me get you the contract. See, contract is nothing but information or agreement between the company and the other party, just like an agreement. Suppose I'm having an agreement contract with Burlington Textiles. Okay, what I will do, I will immediately create a contract record here. Say, for example, which account it is Burlington. What is the contract signed by the one who signed the contract, on all other information I will have here on the contract month and everything. Our trainees might aware that I have given some automation saying that send a reminder about contact renewal, send a reminder about contract chases and all. So this is how the contract being created and the stages has been followed. Suppose the contract is going to end by in 11 months, by 2022. If I want to remind my agent, the agent is nothing but the one who is the contract owner. In this case, I'm the agent, I'm using the Salesforce and this is me. I want to send a reminder to this agent 3 months before the contract expires, so that I can get in touch with my account and I can inform the account saying that our contract is going to end in another 3 months. Can we renew this contract, please? Okay. So these kind of automations also possible in the Salesforce. So if somebody asks why Salesforce, you can simply say it is a CRM that helps you in terms of sales, service, market, campaign, and to maintain all the business in one window, and also your reports and dashboard. And apart from that, we do have automations. That automations also helps to improve the business. At the end of the day, it is going to save a lot of time for you, so that people prefer Salesforce. And I just briefed about what is account, in what exactly we will be doing in the account, and what you will be using the contact, cases, and other things. Similarly, each and every tabs and every standard object in Salesforce has a own story for which purpose it is available in the Salesforce. Okay, maybe today, Vijay, our trainee has attended an interview. They are asking about a relationship. Why relationship? The concept is available in Salesforce. In what way, as a technical term, is going to help the business? Okay. Anybody have any idea why we have to go for relationship in Salesforce?
Like if you need to connect it to any objects, they're related, we need to use the relationships.
Yes, relationship is we are going to use, and we are going to connect the objects. But why do you need to connect objects?
Uh,
Two objects are related with each other, then if you want to pass some security within this object, like suppose if we have a job application is object and applicants are there, if you have closed the job application, then other objects also get like some relation will be there based on that. If I delete one record from one object, other records also get deleted, or to maintain
Correct.
a security and between these two objects.
Yeah.
Like,
Two things, as you mentioned,
If
in
we
Salesforce, there are two relationship exist. One is lookup, another one is master detail. So in master detail, you have a lot of options available, like uh, the security part. Like if there is a security applied for the master, it is applicable as well as the child. That is one thing. Second thing is roll up summary. Roll up summary, what you can do, you can get the count of child, you can get the sum of any field in the child. Assume you have some, I'm giving this use cases. Assume there is a non-profit organization, and the non-profit organization, I think this one I have explained in the relationship video itself, but still, again, let me explain this again. Assume there is a non-profit organization, the organization has a contact as the parent in a relationship. And I'm having I'm creating a one more object called payment as the child. So there is a chance that my contact, assume Ashok is my contact. Okay, he is paying me the donation every month, like Jan, Feb, March. Suppose if I want to get the total of how much amount Ashok has paid me, for every month, I will be creating a payment record. Okay, I can get the total from using the roll-up summary. Similarly, if I want to get the maximum or minimum amount, I can get it from the roll-up summary itself. Apart from that, suppose if I'm giving access to contact to any user, obviously they will get the access to the payment as well, because this is controlled by the master data. Okay. Apart from these two, there is one important thing that we need to check here, which is avoiding data redundancy. Redundancy. I mean, is this correct or no? Redundancy. What is data redundancy? Which means repetition of the data. To avoid, for example, suppose if I want, assume that I don't have a contact record at all. Okay. All that I'm having a payment as the object. Suppose if payment is the option, okay, in the payment object, I have to create that name of contributor. And I have to have a email of the contributor, then their phone number, then their address, and also then their payment and their month details. So if you look at this, right, assume that I don't have assume there is no relationship exists in Salesforce. And if that is the case, assume that you are using Excel sheet to fill this information. So what will happen? So every time when there is a payment is happening, okay, you need to fill all these information, isn't it? But out of that, what are the details that are repetitive? Hello?
Mail.
Do you have any questions in that, or you are not able to follow me? See, this session is absolutely for the people who don't understand for what purpose we are going to use Salesforce. I'm explaining one of the use cases. If you don't understand anything, there is no point I'm explaining all this thing. If you have any questions, you can stop me then and there. I can explain you from the beginning itself. So my question here is, there is an object called payment, and I'm having all these.
If we change the phone number or like any of the phone number or email address, we need to change again all the like all the rows, email and phone numbers every row. So like I mean, like every row we need to change the, if any email ID got changed, we need to go and change every record. So that is one thing. And if any email ID is removed, again we need to go and change the each, go to the each record, and we need to remove the email ID. So that time, if we use the relationship, if we remove the email ID, like everything will be removed automatically.
Good part. Good one, Nikhil. As Nikhil mentioned, first thing, assume there is no relationship at all. I'm having only payment information. If I'm using Excel sheet to capture all this information, if Ashok is the person who is making thousands of payment in every month, in every Excel sheet, I'm going to enter this data, like name of the contributor, again Ashok, email of the Ashok, phone number of the Ashok, address of the Ashok. Out of these 4 fields are common. As Nikhil mentioned, suppose if I'm having 1,000 so instead of that, what I can do, I create a separate object for these fields, and I can relate the object with the payment. I can create I'm having an object called contact. So in contact, I can have this information with me, and I can relate that with my payment as well. That's it. So that I don't have to enter this data every time. And if I want to change the data, I can simply go to this one particular record and I can change. That's it. This is the one classic use case why we should use relationship. Likewise, if you take any example or any options available in Salesforce, for all these topics you see in our website, there is a use case behind that. There is a business behind that. So don't go only with the technical things like how to create object, how to create application, how to create a workflow process builder. Anybody can learn that stuff easily by going through some videos or by doing some implementation. Because technical knowledge, you can get it from the Google itself. But what you need exactly, you are here. Why you are coming to some institute and paying here, all that you're going to get some additional knowledge out of it. Unless or until you ask the additional knowledge, you cannot get it, apart from the technical I'm asking. Fortunately, today, Vijay asked about this query that he didn't have a proper clarity on this. That's the reason we are having this session like this. Similarly, I request everybody who are watching this, who are in the session online or who are going to watch this in offline, if you have any basic, if you don't have any basic understanding on any concepts, right, get in touch with us, raise a query so that we'll also come to know what exactly you need, what is your understanding level. Based on that, we can also take that as a live session to give a proper clarity. So similarly, if you see, if you look at the topics in our website, all these topics has some business use cases. That's why we are here. That's why we are learning. And that's why the business is going to pay you in lakhs. Okay. Suppose if you don't have any idea on any topic, you can get in touch with me. We can have a discussion in session like this in the Q&A, and we can also record this session so that you can use it in the later purpose. Okay. Vijay, is that clear? Have you got the understanding of the relationship? Do you have any question, Vijay?
No, got it.
Good.
Sure,
so that's it, everyone. Do you anybody have any other queries? Anything you want to discuss in detail?
Yeah, sure. Just one doubt in the example, like in the MRF type, we give example, right? Yeah, in that, like there's a contact object, right? Like contact means like which contact? Is it related to MRF or is it related to agencies?
Two kinds of things available. This one, for this example, see, if MRF is going to touch with this company, it doesn't mean I'm directly going to have a contact with the company. At the end of the day, the company, what it means, the company has some staff working there. I'm going to get in touch with the staff. So those staff information would be available in the related list of this accounts. Okay. Suppose, assume,
I'm asking about contact.
Sorry, I'm showing contract, right? And let me show you the contact. This is the account. It's for Burlington. If there are some persons working in the Burlington, it is not like all the 2,000 people working in the Burlington going to get in touch with the MRF, right? Only few people though going to get in touch with MRF. So those people information available here, their VP, their CEO, So those information I'm going to have here.
Okay.
But suppose, assume that
Okay,
I'm going to do
for
a
that
B2C.
agency.
Yeah, correct. Suppose if I'm going to do a B2C business like Amazon and Flipkart, I'm not going to have this kind of information. But again, if you see Amazon, you can also see there is an option called sellers. There are some products which is fulfilled by Amazon, and there are some products which is selling by the sellers. Right. There are products you can get it directly from the Amazon warehouse, and there are products you can get it from the seller. Those seller information is available in the account, and their details available in the contact. Suppose
Okay.
if I'm the Amazon, I'm using Amazon to save your information. You are my customer. What I will be doing, I will be using person's account. That is an option called person account, which is the combination of both account and contact. You will not find a separate account record or a separate contact record. Both comes together. That's called person account. Maybe you can browse about that. What is person account? How exactly the most of the e-commerce company where you have B2C business model will be having the person account. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And others, do anybody have any questions?
No, bro.
So what will be the account type if we have B2B model? Like for B2C, we have person account. For B2B,
B2B, I have just explained you, right? MRF
yeah,
with the
yeah,
Burlington Textile. That is the model.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, fine.
Let me check. Do we have that? Actually, few days back, I have taken session on person account. I'm just checking whether I'm having that video in the drive itself. Yes, we have the video. The video is available, people. Those who have access to the drive, you can watch the videos on person account. What is person account, and also there is a PDF explaining the concepts. Please go through that. All right. So are we good to wind up this session? And Mayur, you can get in touch with me. You have my number. I think we have pinged you in the WhatsApp. We can discuss after this session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm going to upload this video in the drive itself. Okay, so those who have access to the drive, I will let you know where exactly I'm going to save this information and have the sessions. Maybe I will put it in the admin itself. You please go through that in future. And if you have any questions, you can get in touch. All right. And thanks everyone for joining today's session. We'll be having the next session tomorrow, 10 o'clock morning. Thanks everyone.
Hello,
Thanks,
no.
everyone.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, Vijay.
அண்ணா ஒரு டவுட் இருக்கு. லைக் வந்து
சொல்லுங்கப்பா.
இன்னும் ஒரு கேள்வி வந்து கேட்டிருந்தாரு. லைக் வந்து இப்போ எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு வெஹிக்கல்னு ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்குன்னா, அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட்குள்ள எனக்கு ஒரு 2 ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மேபி கார் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் இல்ல பைக் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் வைக்கணும்னா, அது எப்படி வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுவேன்னு கேட்குது. ரெக்கார்ட் டைப் வச்சு நம்ம பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லியிருந்தேன்.
ஓகே.
ஸோ ரெக்கார்ட் டைப் சரி ஓகே. இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ரெக்கார்ட் டைப் வந்து கிரியேட் பண்ண அப்புறம் அது வந்து எல்லா யூசர்ஸ்க்குமே அக்சஸ் இருக்குமா அப்படின்னு அவர் கேட்டிருந்தாரு.
ஆமா, while creating a record type, it will
லைக்
ask
அந்த
you, right, for
விசிபிலிட்டி
which
லெவல்லே
profile we
நம்ம
have to give
ப்ரொஃபைல்
you access. ஆமா, based on the
ஓகே
profile, it will be having access.
ஓகேண்ணா. ஆனா ஒரு ரெக்கார்ட் டைப்புக்கு வந்து ஒரு பேஜ் லேஅவுட் தான் அசைன் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படிதானே?
Correct.
ஆனா ஒரு ப்ரொஃபைல் வந்து மல்டிபிள் பேஜ் லேஅவுட்ஸ் வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்.
See, basically,
அண்ட்
one record type you can assign multiple page layout, but for multiple users. That is something you can get it from here. Let me show you how exactly you can check the page layout, record type, and user assignment. So the question what he is asking is how to assign the page layout or record type and users. You can go to page layout assignment, and there you can find this option. So here you can find the matrix of profiles, record type, and layout. Say for example, here there is a profile called business user, and they have the record type called master. But for that master record type, if I want to change the layout, I can still go and change the layout here. Similarly, for the same master record type, I can change the layout for this user like this. So it is not like one record type, you can use only one layout, not like that. One record type, one user, you can use one layout. This is the combination. Okay.
Okay, okay.
All right. Any other questions?
Nothing.
Okay, then fine. Let me upload this video on the drive so you can check it later. And I'm really appreciate Vijay that you bring this question in this session. Similarly, others do. If you have any questions, if you want to get a basic clarity on any topics, right? Feel free to ask me or feel free to post it in the Telegram channel. So we are also consolidating the list of questions asking by the people, and we'll